Welcome to NFL Daily, where we're just doing it for Cynthia's neighbor. I'm Gregg Rosenthal here in the Chris Wesseling podcast studio. I hear we're big with your neighbors.
My neighbor told me, he's like, I listen. Why do you guys only pick 3? I'm like, well, we pick all the rest of them. We just pick 3 for this specific show. You do a good job of picking good ones. My picks overall are good, but my picks for this show...
Yeah, straight up, you're crushing me. That's on Game Day View. We're on NFL Network every week. Last week, I did go 3-0. That is my 5th straight winning week. So I'm now 15-12.
There you go.
You had a bad week, but you're a roller coaster ride.
There's still time. There's still time.
You're gonna bounce back.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce back.
Thank you. To Caleb Williams. Anyone that had the Bears covering last week and they actually get the touchdown at the end instead of the game-winning field goal, I mean, that means it's a lot of luck is involved, to say the least, Cynthia. So I'll take
luck or skill. I mean,
although
the skill to know that defense, neither defense wanted to play. Let's just have a 40 billion big plays. No big deal.
Although I did have the Seahawks and the Cardinals, and those were like easy peasy covers. So I feel like you're going to get there this week. Do you want me to start? Should we change it up?
You start.
Okay,
change it up.
Let's change it up. I'm going against my rules. I'm taking the Bucs minus 2.5. Ooh. I have rules written in pencil.
Well, and one of them is they're meant to be broken.
One of them is don't pick against your own team. If at all possible. Right. You know, I got on Danny Heifetz, our friend, where we made picks from the Ringer, who was with us in Dublin, and he only had 1 pick, and he went against his Giants. I was like, why are you going to pick against your team? And then you know what? He was wrong. It was Jackson Dart's first start. But I don't love a lot of games this week. I really loved a bunch last week. I did not have hot takes. The one I felt the most comfortable about was actually the Bucs. And I know you disagree with me on this one. I don't know if this will be one of your 3.
It's not.
But
not one of my 3. I do disagree with you.
I just think that the Patriots' offensive line communication in particular, and their offensive line in general, is going to be really tested against Todd Bowles. I think if you're looking for a mismatch in this game, I think the Bucs are a complete team. I don't think the Patriots' offensive line is as good. I don't think the Patriots' pass defense is as good. And I've just been waiting for them to make a step up in class. And I know they beat the Bills on a night where they won the turnover margin, and maybe that'll happen again. But I think this is a step up in class for them after they've been playing some pretty bad teams. The Bucs are rested, coming off of a bye. They're a little healthier.
Yeah,
I just think they're better. I think they're better. Yeah,
who's playing?
Well, I don't think Godwin or Bucky Irving are playing. They seem like they are out. Abuka seems like he is playing for sure.
Right, but I don't know. My problem is they're already not rushing the ball. Lowest yard per rush average.
The Bucs.
Yeah. And you know who's really good at stopping the run?
The Patriots. Yeah. Both of these teams are, though. So I kind of looked at that like, okay, neither team can run. Who do I trust more to pass? When you peek behind the hood, underneath the hood, the pass defense for the Patriots not as good. They haven't played many quarterbacks as good as Baker Mayfield.
They're good at the intermediate level, though. I will say that. They're good at defending intermediate passes, but I don't have a lean on this one.
Okay.
I think that I have the Patriots winning by 1 point, so stay away in terms of playing that one for me. But you know what? There's a few things that I do believe in.
Okay.
And the Giants' inability to stop outside runs.
Ooh, that's one of them.
Until they show me that they can even remotely stop an outside rush. I mean, they're at some like crazy pace, like every single metric that yards per rush, explosives, rushing yards over expected, yards after the carry, like all of the things that let you run against them, they don't do. They're like, we're going to sell out to stop the pass, but you can run against us. Like, just run to the outside. It's great. And so that's why I think that the Chicago Bears win by more than 3.5 points, because of that outside rushing.
Love that.
Not because I think that Caleb Williams is going to go lights out. I know the splits are dramatic. You saw great results against crappy defenses and not as great results against better defenses. But I think that the Giants' run defense, they have proven they're
historically bad. There are some numbers that show that they are among the worst run defenses through 9 weeks of the last handful of years. Now, I do see it at 4.5, so you're going to have to take that.
That's okay.
Okay.
Fine by me.
I've seen that this week because I was thinking about going on the other side. I'm not going to now.
You could go the other side.
They're not. It didn't make my cut. I didn't like many picks this week, so I had to write down a few more. I wrote down 5. It was 5th out of my 5.
Okay.
And the only reason why was a reason, and I'll use it now to go to my next pick, which is Saints plus 5.5. One of the things I do when I struggle to find a pick that I like, I just look for teams that I'm like, Should the Panthers ever be favored by 5.5 points? I'm not ready to get there. When they're playing another NFL team, I am not there for the 2025 Panthers to be favored 5.5. I'm just like, I'll blindly take those points. And that was kind of what I was thinking with the Bears too, is like, do I really want to give away 4.5 points to any NFL team, no matter what reasoning I could come up with for it? I don't know if I trust the Bears that much, but that's that game. When it comes to the Panthers, they are a team that's won a couple games against really good teams. And they've won it ugly. This is a different scenario with them as a favorite. They haven't had a great passing game lately. Yep. I thought Tyler Shuck looked okay last week. I don't know. It's more just the blind, I'm taking anyone. And obviously the Saints might be the worst team in the NFL, so it doesn't feel great. But I'm taking anyone plus 5.5 against the Panthers.
I had to look 3 times when I'm like, Carolina, 5-4. I'm like,
yep.
Carolina 5.
Yep.
What? Oh, okay. I mean, good for them. And as a Lion, taking myself out of an analyst for a second, as a Lions fan, I was very glad that the Panthers managed to beat the Packers.
Hell yeah.
If you're going to drop one to the stupid Vikings, then you stupid Lions, at least you didn't get punished by the Packers also winning. And it's never good to drop in division, I understand, but at least the Packers didn't win. That's like the saving grace of last week for Lions fans.
The fact that it's division matters to me. Now, I know it's a new head coach in Kellen Moore, so it's not like there's a history here. It's more the style that both teams play, frankly, but especially the Panthers. I think it invites close games. That's what they want. Even in their wins, that's what it's looked like. They are only 2 weeks away from their last home game where they lost 40-9. You know what I mean? When they played, it's just like, so 5.5 points just seems like a lot to me. The Saints have not shown much to believe in. They just traded Rashid Shaheed. There are definitely reasons to believe that they're not going to win this game, but can they play better this week and just keep it close on principle? When I look at the Panthers too, I also see offensive line injuries. Taylor Moton, their right tackle
from Okemos, Michigan,
might be gone.
From Okemos, Michigan.
They're injured on the interior. That's where you're from as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. There's like 3 of us that have anything to do with NFL, so it's a tiny town to have.
Who is the third?
Well, he's actually the tight end coach.
Okay.
for the Jags. It's great. His name is John Van Dam. He went to Michigan State. It's good.
John Van Dam.
Like Jean-Claude Van Damme, but just John Van Dam. Went with Liam Cohen.
Now, I don't know how much money that guy makes, but I'm going to go ahead and say it, that Taylor Moton, who has a big second-year contract, he's the richest one from what town is it called?
Okemos.
Uh-huh. And then it's you versus Van Dam for number 2. So
Van Dam beats me. They don't give you that Gregg Rosenthal money.
You got some. Oh, please! You got some contracts with teams.
I made some good investments in crypto a long time ago and haven't touched it. So on paper, maybe I have like $10 and whatever. But
actually, I did just look for an update, and Taylor Moton is practicing. So
that's good.
That's a good sign. Chandler Zavala is out. In this game, he's one of their interior linemen that might be out. But anyways, I'm going Saints plus 5.5. All right, your second pick.
Listen, I know, like, I don't like picking against the Chargers. I don't. But I'm going to do it here because giving 3 points up at home to the Steelers when you don't have Joe Alt, and I don't know what's going on with your running backs, who's healthy, who's going to play.
Not Hampton.
That's what I'm saying. So it just feels like that's too big of a number. I know it's only 3, so it's not a big number, but I saw the Steelers get their defense going. I know Aaron Rodgers is good against zone, and who likes to play a lot of zone is the Chargers. Mm-hmm. Even though they've had good results with zone, Aaron Rodgers kind of picking apart their zone might be a little different than just like regular old quarterback picking apart their zone. So I think that's too many. I actually think that the Steelers win this one outright. I think the upset happens. I'm just curious. I'm not going to be here, so you're going to have to tell me what the parking number is, because I track how much everyone charges for parking.
I'll get here too early because that's a Sunday night game and we'll just be in the building. But I'll look.
Please.
Because I think for Steelers it could be a lot.
I would if I'm the people who have the parking. It's basically their yards outside of the stadium, like on the way. I'm jacking that price up because Steelers fans' willingness to pay is high.
I've been there for a Steelers-Chargers primetime game here. I don't remember if it was Thursday night. It wasn't Sunday night. It was either Thursday or Monday night a couple of years ago. And the Steelers fans, they showed up.
I'm guessing $80. I'm guessing 80.
It's crazy.
That's an insane number. Like for some other ones, it's 40.
Well, Dodger Stadium, when I went for the NLCS, was 60, I believe. And then for the World Series, this is just team, they're the ones getting the money. It went up to like 80 or 90. It's just like 5 days later, they just jacked it up a couple spots. It's like, give me a break. I love this pick. I'm with you. I think the Steelers win straight up. Me and you are on the same side. Our friend Patrick Claybon is not on our side, but I have them winning straight up. A lot of reasons why. You went into a lot of it. The one I would add is the Chargers defense, quietly one of the worst run defenses in the league. It's almost like they're playing that bend don't break defense. That's their style. But you get Pittsburgh and those heavy personnel packages and the extra offensive linemen and Darnell Washington and Jaylen Warren. I'm the leader of the Jaylen Warren for the Pro Bowl campaign. I mean, all pros too much, but Jaylen Warren to me has been playing fantastic, and I think he could have a big game running against the Chargers. So Joe Alt, I thought, would have moved the line more than he did.
Maybe it was sort of baked in. I don't know. I was trying to look at that too.
His on-off splits, and massive. I know some of it is...
It's almost a 10 percentage point different in pressure percentage.
It makes, and in the running game, I think it really impacts him too. It hurts me. I'm picking against these teams.
I know. I don't like picking against them.
I like the Chargers.
Sure. I like all teams, but actually I don't. That's not true, but I like both of these teams.
I'm pivoting for my third pick.
Okay.
So far I have the Bucks -2.5, Saints +5.5.
Okay.
Earlier today, I wrote down the Cardinals getting 6.5.
Okay.
And I'm changing that. That's got to be my extra game.
Okay, I was going to say you don't like that because I like that.
I do like it, but I lost a little bit of my courage.
Why?
Because Max Melton. I mean, that's only like a cornerback, but he's a good one. He has a concussion. I saw Will Johnson is a little banged up, another cornerback, but it sounds like he was limited. He might. So I was like, wow, 2 cornerbacks. I do think the Seahawks are the best team maybe in the entire NFL, even though I think the Cardinals, who have not lost by more than 4 points all season, will keep it close. And Seattle's coming off high. It is a short week, so if I can only pick 3 games, I'm going to just go with my gut. That's what I do. I'm not about the numbers. I'm just feeling it. And even though the 49ers always play the Rams close, I think the Rams are going to blow them out this week. And I know the numbers will probably disagree with me here. I think they're -4.5. This matchup has always been tough for Sean McVay in general. But at some point, all these injuries for the 49ers are going to catch up to them.
Michael Williams now too.
He's gone too. Bryce Huff might be back for this game. But Matthew Stafford with time is the best quarterback in the league right now. And this is a bad pass defense in terms of
22%. That's the amount of pressure there. It's like something crazy like that.
It's so bad.
Crazy low. It's
and
the
then
lowest.
You look, the 49ers started out 3-0. But if we're just isolating since the injuries, really came in, they're 2-3 since then. The losses are all by more than 4.5. A couple of them are by double digits. And I know they beat the Rams, but if anything, that kind of makes me want to pick the Rams more in that if you're the inferior team and you're in the division, you're happy. You got the split. You're not going to sweep them. I don't think they're going to sweep them. So I'm going Rams -4.5 to just really announce themselves as real deal Super Bowl contenders. If people don't already see them that way.
I mean, I think Matthew Stafford is right up there for MVP consideration. Yep. So I think they've already announced that. My gut, let me just see. My math does have a closer game.
See, I knew it. The math, it does make sense because
you know why? Because they do weird stuff against each other. Exactly. Like when you look at Christian McCaffrey's use, like if you look at how when he's been sent in motion, he's got like a motion share rate of like 35%. It's the most in the league. But then when he plays against the Rams, they trick you. He doesn't get used in motion. They target him twice before. Like point being is they have specific game plans for each other and know each other so well. It's like fighting with your sibling. You really know how to get under their skin.
And it's definitely big brother, little brother. And for the most part, Kyle has gotten the better of Sean McVay with some big exceptions. The biggest one being the NFC Championship game, the biggest game they ever played.
Yeah, that was probably a big one.
That was a big one. Last year, also the Rams got the better of them, but they were a better team last year. So I'm feeling okay about that.
They didn't have Christian McCaffrey, who averages 158 scrimmage yards per game against them.
Look, your neighbor wanted extra picks. I just gave him an extra one, which is also Arizona +6.5, but that is not going to be the official one.
Okay.
And the reason we don't do them all, I don't know. Just leave them wanting more. Who knows? Maybe.
That's right.
God willing, if we're back for 2026, maybe we'll expand it to 5 picks or something.
Love it. I love it. Okay.
Your last
one. They're the away team. It's happening in Minnesota, but I think Baltimore goes in and wins by more than 4 points.
I'm glad you talked about this one. I want to hear why. Do you think the J.J. McCarthy first start is not enough data basically to feel confident that he'll be good. The offense will be good against this Ravens defense.
I just think that Lamar Jackson is in his bag. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, I just think he's in his bag. And I don't think this defense, even with Andrew Van Ginkel back, who is a difference maker, I don't think that they sure, okay, you can get some pressure on Jared Goff, who's not a mobile quarterback. But what happens when that guy runs and smokes you? I'm asking. I don't know. To me, it's just there's too many areas where Lamar Jackson is being the best quarterback in football that I don't think this defense they can't handle all that smoke. I'm not an anti JJ McCarthy pick. It's not any of that stuff. Mm-hmm. It's really just about, by the way, the splits on JJ McCarthy from last game. If he got the ball out quickly, under 2.5 seconds, it went well. If he held on to the ball longer, it didn't go as well. So will they be able to get him with quick pressures or stay in coverage long enough to make him uncomfortable? Sure, that's going to be a problem that they'll have to figure out. They got Draymond Jones. Maybe they'd get a little bit more, pressure-y. I don't know. I don't care. To me, this one is all about Lamar Jackson greater than anything you're going to bring him against the Vikings. It has nothing to do with their offense. And
it's one way to just scramble your boy B. Flo, the defensive coordinator of the Vikings. The one way to solve all the craziness that they're doing is just run it down their throats.
Run it down their darn throat. And then, by the way, run it down their throats, not just with Lamar, but Derrick Henry. It's too multiple.
Well, the reason I'm even feeling better about this for you is, did you hear about J.J. McCarthy's alter ego?
Oh, no. What is it?
This is something he talked about since we last taped in NFL Daily. He has an alter ego.
What's the name?
It's called 9, a reference to his jersey number. It is the byproduct of the anger that built up after missing all these games. And he said he was ready to explode with that anger, but he chose to harness it instead of letting it get self-destructive. And this is here's what he said. I kind of love feeding that wolf because my entire life at Michigan, there was a smiley face on my hand. And if you smile, you have fun. You're going to play better, which is true. But I think there's a lot of power that comes from built up anger that you can transmute into your performance. And when I heard all that, and he's growling in the locker room and he's an alter ego, I'm like, Ravens by 25.
Ravens by
This is the NFL, son. We got a 2-time MVP on the other side, and you're trying to dress up as a wolf. I don't know. Sorry.
So here's number one. I am holding it in right now because I don't want to seem mean. What are you talking about,
He's
sir?
a kid. He's a kid.
I get it, but
you know what it's giving? It's giving Russell Wilson. Remember when he was suddenly Mr. Unlimited? Remember? He just decided to become a different guy or whatever. Remember that?
I remember that.
He got made fun of.
I too had an alter ego in college that would come out at night. She would run home from the bars.
Yeah.
She was unstoppable.
With some drinks in you?
Yes. I didn't choose these things. It happened.
I was a run home from the bar type of person.
Really?
In college. Yeah, because I was always it's New Orleans.
I was in Boston.
I'm just saying there was a lot of my friends who were held up or mugged. It happened in our college. And so you're drunk. You can't be dry. You're a mile away from home. Yeah. And you're just I don't want to wait for a ride or whatever. There weren't Ubers then. And so it's just all right, I'm just going to jog. I don't want to walk by myself in the dark for a mile. Not the best idea. I'm just going to go run home.
So in Cleveland Circle in Boston, near Boston College, there's a park that was called Marianne's. It was very cool at the time. It has since changed a lot, but there was a reservoir and then where we lived on campus.
Yeah.
So you could wait for this bus. Who's waiting for the bus? Yeah. Or you could just run around the reservoir.
Me and you. I never would have known we had that in common because I don't know anyone else that did that regularly. We're going to do great for our picks this week.
I think we're going to nail it. 6-0, baby.
I can feel it. The next time you will hear from us in the feed, yes, it'll be the Week 10 recap. We'll be talking about the game in Germany, which Cynthia is leaving for somehow after taping on Thursday night.
This is how you dance when you're on your way to Berlin.
Absolutely crazy that you're arriving that late.
I'll be back on Monday. Don't worry.
Back on Monday. So we will see you on Sunday night.